is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Girl, if ever the going got rough, you never were the type to think of backing down. So when you got more than your share in a minute, I knew your heart.
Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ is brought to you by Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Burger King, John's Department Store, KFC, Muffler World, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
Sometimes it seems not worth a battle. When you'll see, you can count on me. 'Cause I'm with you all the way. I'll never give up this dream, although it may seem there's no way out today.
To the Wednesday, June 24th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and MJ in your company right up until 6 p.m. And yes, it is our anniversary. 22 years today, baby. MJ, I love you. Happy anniversary.
I love you and happy anniversary to you as well, but you already started off wrong with the wrong amount of years. What's going on?
Hold on. 24, my fault. 24.
My goodness.
24. I was emotional before I came on. I'm trying to hold it together because, for certain things like this, I get a little teary-eyed because I am so grateful and thankful to God for you. I'm so blessed to have you as my wife. Nothing, no one, anything in this world could ever compare to you. Nothing, anyone, anywhere. Nothing could ever replace you. Your smile, your eyes, your lips, your sense of humor, the fact that you love sports.
Okay, you're going to make me cry. You're going to make me all emotional and sensitive too.
So know very much that I love you with all my heart. Now, today, tomorrow, yesterday, today, infinity plus forever plus eternity plus amen.
So,
happy anniversary.
So
and I would not be the man I am today without you. My life took a serious uptick when I met you 24 years ago.
And happy anniversary to you.
Serious uptick. I would not be who I am today without you. And I love you and I appreciate it.
Anniversary to you too, and the same to you. But this is gonna make me cry. But happy anniversary to you. Okay, yeah. Many. It's now we're counting in decades. This is crazy.
Well, don't worry about it. You may as well go ahead and cry because legal and corporate just hit me and they're crying.
I'm
So go
laughing.
ahead.
I am laughing. I can't. I can't. Oh my. But it's a beautiful day. We can at least say that. It is a beautiful day. But it is hot. It is hot. And I don't want to get on BPL. I really, really, really try my best. What did they call it? Growing pains? I try my best not
That's
to get on
called
them too hard, but these outages in this heat, it is killing, okay? Killing.
It's a different kind of heat this year, though. There's a different era or aura to it. It's a different kind of hot, and it been quietly creeping up. And trust me, it's like in the night when it's hot in the night. You know, we got issues, and how power cuts. And you had a schedule for load shedding coming up,
I don't even look at it. I just let them surprise
but I
me.
thought we weren't supposed to have any load shedding.
You thought that's been out the window for weeks now.
Could we strike
It's
that up in the BS?
basically
Could we
yes.
put that in the more BS from Joe Beth column?
It is to be expected now. But the problem is that we don't have an end in sight. You know what I mean? When we have issues like this, and you can hear, okay, well, in a couple of weeks, it'll be, I think they said we were around 90% complete with the upgrades that were being done by BGC. It's on the transmission and distribution side, not the generation side. I thought we were 90%. We should be what? But at least what, 97 by now? Like, where are we? How soon can we get some relief?
I don't think any relief is coming anytime soon. And
Anyway,
Freeport, brace yourself.
brace yourself.
Something hot your way cometh.
It's a hot anniversary. That's what it is today.
Yeah, I tell you. I mean, I don't mind me and you making some friction in our own kind of heat, but my God, I don't need no assistance from BPL.
You're gonna be that guy today, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Gonna be that
Let's
guy.
go to the phone lines. We got callers on the lines. Talking heads.
Great, George. Naughty and Jerry, doing?
Hey, man, what's happening?
Happy anniversary, man. Boy, the
Thank
next
you
time
very
I
much.
make Naughty, I'm gonna lie, you should copyright that one. And yeah, man, I repeating everything you say verbatim. Oh,
So
yeah.
call
He's
me
willing
Cyrano
to
de
Get
Bergerac
his
then.
words.
I guarantee you, I can repeat that same line you said to MJ, I can repeat that. The next time.
That come from
Copyright it.
Hold on,
Oh,
but
yeah,
this
oh,
my
yeah, oh,
anniversary.
yeah.
That come
I
from the
repeat that, huh?
that come from the heart.
I
MJ ain't mad at me. I didn't make her mad.
Be mad no more.
He's saying you
Naughty,
did
you have to.
well.
What you plan to do for Independence Day?
Independence.
Yeah, Independence but 3 weeks away. You don't
Yeah,
have to
3 weeks
send these
away.
4 flags.
Yeah, definitely gonna celebrate
I,
it this year though. I love celebrating independence.
you broke up that call like
T-shirts early or no? From Bahari.
I see
Man, I remember that.
RMP's handing out T-shirts, so I don't know. We may get some. I don't know. Depends on if they
Okay,
give us
alright,
any
boy.
or not.
But there's
Man.
Independence, right? Which beach you think is the best popular beach to go on for Independence Day? Because you know you got to go on the beach.
We have
I'm sure
Goodman's
it's
Bay, what's
still
left of
Goodman's
it.
Bay. Yeah,
It could be an
Goodman's
auction.
Bay.
And then
Okay.
everywhere
And
people
then-
could find a parking space in between the sea cabbage out there on the west coast, they could try Juk probably for sure.
Yeah, serious thing. And the thing is,
But you can't go
right?
over PI no more. You can't go to Cabbage Beach no more, which is a travesty.
And then Independence Day, right? Which one do you think is more popular? You think people go for the fireworks or for the band?
It's
Listen,
fireworks for me. I like the band, but it's fireworks for me.
you're talking about the tattoo what they do up on the fort?
Right.
They ain't changed that in 53 years. They can only be the music.
You all two rascals, y'all enjoy all day though.
All right. Thank you, my brother.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
Paula.
Yeah, and no, some of the service dogs passed away too. R.I.P. to the service dogs, but that's
Oh
about it.
wow. Oh wow. Okay.
Well, you can't expect the service dogs to live 53 years.
Yeah.
But outside of that, that's been the same show.
It'll be
Same show.
good to get. We have to get outside though. Good thing it's not too far. We could probably walk there. You know, can't burn up no gas going for that.
No, we could foot it there. You know? Let's go back to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Good afternoon.
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to the most beautiful couple in the world.
Thank you
Oh,
so
wow,
much.
thank you.
I admire you both. And just let me say this, because, we don't usually dig up our man. But, Mr. Naughty, I've been following this program for a while. And I always admire the way you make your wife feel so good. You're able to compliment her publicly. And it's just a beautiful sight, because we don't get that too often. The Bahamian man, take note. This is how you treat your wife. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so much.
much.
Talking Heads.
Yeah, Naughty MJ.
Hey, what's
Hey,
happening?
Yeah, man. Happy on the way street. Happy on the... Yeah, Naughty. You throw me off from the start, too, mate. I say last year was 23 years. I'd get 24. I'd get 21. Not
He
get
comes backwards.
I
Tell me something.
hold on, I got Emmett and Kobe's numbers caught up in my head.
Yeah. But I was second everything the lady said just now before me. And man, Naughty, a couple minutes ago, you had me all snotty up, man. But Naughty, I respect you.
Don't do it.
For a man to show us emotion like that on that's true love, babe. But
That's my wife. I love my
MJ,
wife.
from listening to her on the radio, yes, man, and seeing her, she deserves 100% of your love, man. Deserve 100%. I like the lady
100% and more in this lifetime and the next lifetime. I wouldn't be nothing without
right.
MJ, babe.
I agree. And 24 years on the 24. All right, 24 in Chicago. See you 240 in Miami.
That's the number there, Mom?
Yeah,
What's the
24
number?
years on the 24. Yeah, that's 24 in Chicago, 240 in Miami.
Speaking of Miami, boy, you got big Giannis in Miami. I know you're happy about that. They got to fill out some pieces, but
I'm happy for Portis too, because when Portis come in the game, you say Portis is here, Bobby. You know, Bobby don't play when he come in. That's one of the number 1 6 man off the bench.
You all resign Powell. You all be all right.
Yes, but we'll just be all right. Now, you see one little fakes up on the internet saying LeBron might want coming on. No, I know how that go. But, but talking about the road traffic thing too now, my car got to go up from 5 to 250. And then now, if my horn ain't blowing right, I got to come back. I got to spend another $85 and come back at the end of the day. I did have to spend $600-800, $600 to license my car. After all the time I go back and come back blowing. The brakes light out. The windshield wipers ain't coming on. Hey, y'all
Get
get
ready.
that, man. But enjoy
Yeah,
your
keep
day.
eye on that, Muff.
Yeah, enjoy your day, man. Y'all is the world's most famous couple.
Appreciate that, man. Thanks so much, Muff.
Thanks, Muff.
You know,
Yeah, but
I looking at that road traffic. I wonder if I
I was
can
gonna
get
say-
more taxation to make money for the
This
treasury.
is
You know, like
going to be very hard, because if you look at the prices, and like Muff said, and everyone's been commenting on, even down to the inspection, right? This idea that you pay for the inspection, but if you fail it, then you don't get the certificate, then you come and you go again. Like, it is a lot. But I did tell you guys, looking through that budget, to me, that's not a budget that screams, oh my gosh, we have all these big projects happening. We have an explosion in new businesses happening. That's a budget that says we are going to grab and pull and collect every last penny that we're legally entitled to. And some we will, make sure that we're getting even more than we got before, but we're going to get it out of you. That is a budget that's all about compliance and collection, and that's it. And we're going to feel it.
an identification for collection for years to come.
That's the next layer. That's the next layer. When they get all of that information aggregated into one place, you will not be able to hide. And so, you're going to see things like license fees go up. That's doing a lot of work in getting the government extra revenue. The domestic minimum top-up tax is doing a lot of work. They were initially anticipating around 130 million. Now it's up to 350 million. And then you also see property taxes. Property taxes, they expect to be much stricter on collecting those as well. So this is a budget that Bahamians will certainly feel, but perhaps not in the way that we first imagined or hoped.
All right, let me jump in on some of these texts and then we get back to the phone lines. Lord Naughty, you have me tearing up. Happy anniversary to you and MJ. Lady MJ and Naughty, happy anniversary. A match made in heaven. Blessings for many, many more years to come. New slogan. You can sweat, but you'll bet. I like that.
Oh, you guys are really creative.
Naughty stuff, man. You got my eyes glassy. If your eyes glassy, it ain't me, man. What you smoking? It ain't me, man. But anyway, thank you, Dexter. I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, we just keeping it real. Happy anniversary to the best show team in town. Do enjoy the fullest blessings. Happy anniversary, MJ and Naughty, to you. You two are one of a kind. Continue to take care of your lady, Naughty, and you will be straight for life as God promised. Be blessed, and may God continue to keep you both. You do a wonderful job together. Love you both.
Opening. I didn't even try to follow it because I couldn't follow it. You know, I love you a lot. I love you with all of my heart. But then you threw me with the this life and the next, and we say till death do us part. Like, what's going on there?
Listen here. It's been so fun. We got to keep this going. Like,
Go into the next one. Okay.
Like Tristan and
Okay.
Esau, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And like Kung Fu Hustle, like them Chinese, them two Chinese
Oh,
characters.
man.
You could throw me off a
This is a
building,
great
let a flower pot
underrated-
land in my head in this life and the next life. I still love you.
Great underrated movie.
Hey, we need to
man.
watch that movie tonight. Let's watch that
I love
tonight,
it.
man.
Let's
That's a
do
great
it.
movie,
Let's do a
babe.
marathon of those movies.
That was it. That was an excellent movie. Text us and call us if you're a fan of that movie, Kung Fu Hustle. Call us and tell us what your favorite part was, because there's a multitude of parts in there that I thought were hilarious.
It was good. A great movie.
I still think it's Polo Young at the end, blowing up like the frog.
Oh man.
And then and then those three characters too, you know, the sweeper and the butcher and the tailor. The tailor was killing me too. Don't sleep on the tailor boy. Tailor used to come in with them needles.
Yeah, no, it's a great, and it's good when you could enjoy. Sometimes when you watch foreign language films, for some people it's difficult because you got to deal with the subtitles. But that's one of those movies you don't even have to worry about what they saying, because just the action on the screen is enough to entertain.
Anyway, let's get back to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Good afternoon.
Happy anniversary, and I sure
Thank
when
you
I
so
say
much.
this, I speak. I sure when I say this on behalf of all your fans and all your listeners, and wishing you good health, and many, many, many more years of marital bliss. And
Thank you so much.
Just keep it spicy, man. Keep it on. But if I could touch base on this inspection thing, right? Currently,
Right.
isn't the inspection fee in the license process already?
I mean, that's the way we used to look at it. That's
So
how
now
we used to
again-
look at it.
So that inspection fee, what we paying now, when we go to get our car license now, are they going to remove that from the current license fee and we pay it someplace else? Or we paying
No.
an additional fee?
Well, it's the licensing fee, and then it's the $35 inspection. So, and that's what you normally pay, right? You normally pay
but
both.
usually when we pay that $35 is incorporated into the license when we go out the window to pay for your license for your, with the
Right.
sticker.
So let's say you register it, and then you fail the inspection. That just means that you have to fix whatever problem they say you have, and come back and pay $35 in order to get it inspected again.
So now,
That's
in
what's happening.
actuality, I paying $70 for the inspection.
Yes.
But I paying
Yes.
$35 for the and then another $35 for the slip.
So yeah, because if you don't get it the first time, then you will pay another $35, which means you would have paid $70 to have your car inspected. Yep, that's what's happening.
So let progress, eh? All right.
Progressively more taxation. That's about it.
Have a good one, caller. Thank you.
All right, listen, we got lots to talk about today. It is Wednesday. It is Open Line Wednesday. If you want to chime in, if you want to be part of the conversation, here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
Next line's powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines open in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4259, 325-4316. Toll free in any one of the family islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Stream us live, take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh new smart talk all day. Right here, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. MJ, let's go back to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Hey, Naughty, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Listen, man, first let me say happy
It is the
anniversary.
big chief in the building. You're back in
Yes.
town. Are you gracing us
Back
from
in
farm
town,
to score?
25 days on the road, brother. And then,
All right.
what the song say, been around the world, aye, that was me.
All right.
All right.
But listen, happy anniversary, man. And I think it's it.
Thanks, Doc.
Hey, as a good seven advance, like I said, the Lord be with you. And I'll still with you.
Thank you.
It's friends like you who need enemies, Doc.
No, listen. She got a good one. She knows she got a good one, and you know you got the best. So
I had kicked my coverage a long time ago, but I recognized that from the break.
Listen to me. Me and you both. Okay? Me and you both. I don't forget that every day I wake up. Say, boy, listen.
You're a good man. Good man.
As dumb as I is, I've been smarter with this one. So,
Oh, yeah.
So that's how I go. Listen, man, I watch these things from different places and go in different places and seeing how people do things. And you come back home and you're just like, why?
Yeah.
Why are we still pretending like we are a first world country? Why are we still pretending that we so-called better off than so many people? I mean, it is just absolutely insane. You cannot make these changes and put a July 1st date on it.
Insane.
When you know that
I
the
agree.
process for these things takes months. Okay? And then all inflation is up. Cost of living is up. I mean, Lord help you when you go to the food store now. Because, I mean, the one fellow who used to give you a little cut, he gone and leave us. So you don't know what's going to happen. And it's just, as Bamers now, we gotta figure something out because this ain't working.
Yeah.
This ain't working.
Gasoline at $7 a gallon is
There is no more middle class, Doc. I mean, gas $7 to $8 at the pump.
It's
The crazy.
only thing middle in this country is the finger we getting.
Ooh.
Okay?
Ooh.
Wow.
That's descriptive. Thank
No,
Doc,
that's the
soon,
truth.
Doc.
That's the
Thank
truth.
you so much,
Listen,
man.
I gotta run, but I just want to say happy anniversary, and we gonna talk about Giannis and my Heat another time.
Yeah, man, we got to talk about your Chiefs, too, because I need to know if Mahomes can be ready for day one.
I'm actually heading to KC before the summer over to go check out the camp, so I'm gonna let you know.
All right, we'll talk soon. Be safe, safe travels.
Be safe.
Happy anniversary, Naughty, and my favorite host, MJ. I pray you have a fantastic day and many, many more. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Blessings on your anniversary and enjoy many, many more to come from Lewis Yard. Good afternoon, MJ and Naughty. Happy anniversary from Mr. and Mrs. Connell from PI. Well, thank you very much,
guys.
Mr.
Thank you.
Connell
Thank
from
you
PI.
all. We appreciate it so much.
Appreciate you all, man. Thank you all so much. And we got any more calls, Mr. Dusso, or are we good? Okay, so yeah, I mean, let's jump into the headlines real quick. We got to have a gander at them before we get to the bus.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
And here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views that matter since 1844, all brought to you first by Fine Threads. Crisis Center to observe Global Day of Parenting. Crisis Center says sex offenders registry should not be public. Oh, Dr. Patterson, I guess we may have to disagree there.
Yeah. Yep.
Respectfully, because I appreciate all the work you do, don't get me wrong.
I
But
have so much respect for Dr. Patterson, but I do think that I disagree. I think that, high risk offenders as well, right? I think they should be in a category of their own. We got to be real. What we've been seeing the last few years, I think it may have started maybe during COVID, where we started to hear these reports, and then, we linked some of that to COVID, and we were looking at it from then. But what we've seen recently, these cases of sexual offenses against children are just like heart-wrenching. And it's, it's very painful when you read some of these cases. I noticed that we were also seeing a lot more reporting on these abuse cases that involved incest as well, right? Which is
that's on the rise too.
Which is just absolutely heartbreaking. And so I read the article. I understand Dr. Patterson's position, but this is where I really need our policies to kind of match what is currently happening in society. The story I read that talked about an alleged offender that's living next door to a young girl, that's leaving her notes allegedly, and basically stalking this child. In other jurisdictions that take this way more seriously than we take it, and I have to put it like that take it way more seriously, there would be such intense scrutiny. I don't even know if that offender would necessarily be permitted.
They would not be allowed back in that neighborhood and within their proximity next to a potential victim? No,
to
sir.
reside next to a child that young and that vulnerable.
And if they were
think,
allowed, there would be signage from a mile away or in the yard. A registered sex offender lives here.
I do get Dr. Patterson's concerns around vigilantism. That's been seen, and that's real. I get her concerns around, pushing these persons to the margins of society where if they get pushed there, they're more likely to reoffend. I get, the research around that, the papers that we've seen around that. But I think this also falls on the state, right? Because if you have a type of activity to police and their response amounts to something like, well, if you didn't see him doing it, then there's nothing we can do, is absolutely ludicrous. I note that our current Minister of National Security is the former Minister in Social Services who spoke about issues like this quite frequently. So what I'm going to expect to see out of Mr. LaRota and his folks over there at National Security, as well as the folks over there at Social Services, are some tougher rules surrounding, this whole idea about sex offenders, particularly those who target young persons, who target minors, and some stricter rules in terms of enforcement, stricter rules regarding follow-up, because you can't just put them back in society. These types of crimes against children of a sexual nature, I think are unique in their pathology. So this isn't something where you just let them out and say, okay, they served their time. No, these people, the high-risk category persons in this area, they need monitoring, complete monitoring. And if you get a complaint about, this alleged activity, there should be a more robust response from the state other than, well, there's nothing we can do unless you catch the person in the act. That is absolutely not the way that serious jurisdictions deal with situations like this. I said I understand Dr. Patterson and about the list and whether it's made public, but I think we have to make some exceptions in certain category of offenders. And I think that the public absolutely should know in order to not only protect the young persons, but to ensure that these particular people don't end up in positions where they can reoffend or harm children again. Like, what is to stop an offender from getting hired at a school? If the school never knows that they, once went to prison for this, what is to protect the children? So we have to come up with something else. Maybe it's not the outright opening of the list in the way that people normally say, but there absolutely needs to be more disclosure. And we need more state resources, put towards this area, because in that same article, you hear about how the cases are rising and that they're high already. So we have to do more than just shrug our shoulders and say, wait for them to reoffend before we do something, because we are absolutely doing a disservice to our children if we take that posture.
More headlines. F&M Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands, Mitchell sounds reckless and erratic. AG challenges F&M to test Bastian and Miller Bryce appointments in court. This is coming out of the Senate. Man acquitted of crash that killed police inspector. Homelessness is on the rise. No duh. And I understand this is your first lap at being a senator, but could you spare us the Captain Obvious rule? I mean, we all know that homelessness is on the rise. What are we going to do about it?
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it. If you're paying attention, you can see it.
Indian man dies in a hit and run. Suspect arrested in Grand Bahama incident. So, some sad headlines there as well, too.
Yeah. Not good. A lot of work to do as a country.
4:38 p.m. is the time. Let's get to the first break. Flip side of the break, MJ and I'll be back. We get into the buzz, brought to you by John Shoes. We'll wrap up the first hour. We'll go over into the second hour a little bit, and we will talk sports. So keep it right where you got it. The Wednesday, June 24th edition of Talking Heads, our anniversary, coming at you right now. You all wanted me to dig in the crates and play some more.
It's all sweet songs today, huh?
Boom. Here's the next one. How about this one, MJ, from me to you? How about this one? Classic. in one of our favorite playlists, Force MDs, Tender Love. Y'all remember this one?
Moment to come so I can thank you for all the tender love you gave to me. Tender love so tender, pulling me close to you. Baby, I see candles, they light the dark. Now I see how lovely the feelings are, the tender love you give it to me. I want you more and more. Can't resist you more than I feel your touch. Tender love, loving me straight from the heart. Holy mirror, please let me be a part. The tender love you give it to me.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape. A Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
Put quality debt consolidation loan. Why pay more when you can pay less? Reduce your monthly debt payments down to one low, easy payment. Apply for a Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
The world's fastest athletes are touching down in Barbados. The excitement of the Barbados Grand Prix returns, where elite athletes don't just compete for medals. They battle for team glory in the Caribbean's most electrifying, one-of-a-kind track and field spectacle. Saturday, July 4th, the Usain Bolt Sports Complex. That's where you need to be. Gates open at 3:30 p.m. Tickets on sale now. Grab them via ticketlinks.com and at select outlets island-wide. Saturday, July 4th, the Barbados Grand Prix returns. Be there.
KFC has a bold new flavor you'll love. Introducing the all-new Barbecue Rap Star. We're talking a juicy chicken breast filet, fried to golden crisp perfection, covered in sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, topped with cheese, then wrapped in a delicious toasted tortilla with flavor in every bite. Go spicy or keep it original. Either way, it's a star for a reason. The new Barbecue Rap Star is the star of the menu at KFC Nassau. Get yours today at any KFC.
Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
Give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And all I could taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your light. And sooner or later it's over. I just don't want to miss you again. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's
We're back at ya on the Wednesday, June 24th edition of Talking Heads. Naughty and MJ and your company right up until 6 p.m. How about that one there, MJ? You like that one?
That's Goo Dolls. That's Iris, correct?
Yep.
That's a classic. I love that one.
That's definitely off the chain. All right. Let's jump to the text lines real quick. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Happy anniversary. Naughty, does the government pave roads in Life and Key? The government is paving private subdivisions in Freeport and neglecting government areas that should have been paved already.
Why is the government paving private subdivisions in Freeport? The government is doing that? You sure about that, Texter?
Get me some pictures, Texter, if you can, especially if it's government.
Why would a government be?
Private government.
Send us more. Yeah, send us more information on that. That sounds like something we need to look at a little bit closer. I mean, there may be something happening there that we're not aware of, but yeah, send us more information, Dexter.
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. I feel the sexual abuse list should be made public. As a woman who suffered sexual assault as a child and then never fully recovered, if someone molests my one son, there is no law from getting me to take matters into my own hands. As an abuse victim 45 years later, and after many therapy sessions, I'm still not whole. I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Texter.
I'm very sorry that you had to experience that, Texter. And I think you're right. It cannot just be absolute secrecy, especially with the most high-risk cases. Just to know that right now we may be dealing with a situation where a 10-year-old girl is living next to someone who was offended previously and seems to be, repeating the actions that shows that they're, targeting this child potentially as another, or lining them up to be another victim is absolutely atrocious. I'm very surprised at the response from the Royal Bahamas Police Force, if the articles that we read are correct, which they take the stance of there is nothing we can do if you don't catch the person writing these notes. I mean, that is absolutely ludicrous. There is so much that the state can do. The problem is that we haven't put enough pressure on them to let them understand that Bahamians are not prepared to sit idly by and let things be business as usual anymore. We've seen enough cases where children have been molested, raped, and, in the worst cases that actually just guts me, they've been killed by these predators. And so the fact that all these years later, we're sitting back and we're saying, okay, well, they have to, even though they, are alleged, going down this path where they look to be lining up a victim, there's nothing we can do. That's not right. And if it's a case of the laws not being on the books, well, we have a parliament that can get in there and get some new laws on the books to deal with these problems. Because not only do they have access to children, it's that they did when we were growing up, but now they have access to them online in some cases as well. Right? They have access to 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. And we have to adapt our laws to suit the times that we're in. It's just unconscionable that we're going to sit back and allow this situation to play out to the worst conclusion before we do something. That's why, as much as I do respect Dr. Patterson, I think saying that, the register shouldn't be public full stop, without some nuances, without some caveats, I just think is in a position that I can stand behind.
Naughty, these leaders and Dr. Patterson are so lost and out of touch, they're going to cause vigilantism in this country because it's like no one cares or concerned until it comes to their doorstep. Naughty and MJ, the inspection fee and the full cost as it stands now, $195. The new tax, if your car fails inspection, then you have to pay the $35 again for the next inspection. But $15 will be added to the license fee. Also from now on, it's $160. 160 plus 35 equals 195. New tax, $215 plus 35 equals $250. And if inspection failed, then 35 to inspect again. Naughty and MJ, do your due diligence. They're paving in Hudson Estates.
Okay, I will definitely look into that. Thank you, Texter.
Congratulations, you have 24 more years. Fox Hill is so used to failing and wasting the people's things that the fire hydrant on Fox Hill Road close to the gas station has been gushing thousands of gallons of water for the past 4 hours. Not a soul coming to shut it off. When the people out here have no water to shower or flush toilets, they know why. Wow, my God.
4 hours and you
that
have
is absolutely freaking ridiculous.
That is a long time for no one to have been on the scene yet. You say this is Fox Hill where the water's just gushing? Because, someone eventually pays for it. Someone is usually us. That's crazy. So if, the relevant authorities are listening, please go deal with the fire hydrant situation in Fox Hill. It's been gushing for 4 hours.
Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, they say it's the people time, they clean up everything, right? So when they clear up minimum rates in this country. They say it's the people time, but they clean up everything, but the salary is still the same. Come on. That's what they need.
If the taxes got to go up, if the fees got to go up, then wages need to go up too, eh?
Thank you. And everything going up except your paycheck. So what's up with that? They say it's the people time. People time is the side where you're going to people them paycheck, making sure they get an earning. When they go to the shop, $100 car, and buy them like 4 or 5 checks. That's it. You know, salary to salary, like that's to pay these bills, you know? And then at the end of the day, you still right back to the square one. The paycheck's still in. They ain't trying to raise minimum wage. They even see it like, hey, you're less than a man, you're less than a child. You know? They need to do better, man. If other countries can do it, we need to do it too. We need to step the play up.
You make it.
Thank you so much.
Let's get back to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hey, we see Naughty.
Hey, good afternoon.
My name MJ. How y'all doing?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. Yeah, that water in Fox has been running for a long time. But you know our government don't fix nothing. They let it run down, and then they call for 30, 40 million to fix it. I don't know why. Yeah, but also at the LPI airport, the male restroom right there when you go into the international side, the first door.
Right.
One of the toilets been down now for months. They wouldn't even fix that. All that traffic to get you there. They should be ashamed of themselves, man. Anytime they put their hand on something, it always seems to run down. When the other people running this airport, it never been like that. Have a good day.
Have a good one. The toilet should be working at the airport, though, now. Come on now. How many people do we have?
And I've been here and the airport toilets aren't working.
Yeah, that's surprising to me because, you know, I thought that particular public-private partnership more on cue. But, yeah, if the toilets aren't working, y'all need to fit in the airport. Come on, man. Fix it.
Let's get back to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Howdy, MJ. How y'all doing?
Hey, good afternoon.
I was calling last week to express that, okay, the government, the Prime Minister and the government always saying we are part of the Westminster system.
Right.
You see what happened in the UK?
Yep.
See them as Prime Ministers they had?
Going for 7 and 10 years.
They change Prime Ministers like underwear, boy.
You understand what I'm saying? You see when politicians get fired?
Yep.
Or resign or whatever. So why if we are part of the Westminster system and they always talking about being in the Westminster system, why you all don't resign and carry your lip? Or why a government party don't tell certain people to resign for the best interest of the country? And it's like, we ain't part of the West. This is the Bahamas system, full of corruption. And it's like saying, that's what I believe.
Oh, boy.
Full of corruption. We ain't part of the Westminster system. This is our own system where they let whoever do what they want to do and keep them in power and do whatever they want.
Yeah. Thank you. It makes it good, but they have changed a lot of this, and we talked about this before, but the next prime minister who they're projecting is going to be Andy Burnham. Is going to be their 7th in 10 years. A system like the U.S. in the Westminster system, it doesn't take an election to change a prime minister, as they have made very, very plain. You know, if the party itself, you know, if the party apparatus says, okay, our ratings are low, our policies have been unpopular, whether it's legitimate or not, because there are some questions around what's happening in the UK right now. But, you know, the party apparatus gets into action and they give them a little tap on the shoulder and say, hey, buddy, it's time to go. Or in this case, when they got their preferred leader, who was mayor and recently won a parliamentary seat, once he joined, it's tap on the shoulder. Hey, buddy, we want this guy to lead us because we think we'll do better and better for the country under his leadership, under his vision. So that happens. Over here, I mean, it takes elections. And, you know, once elections are over, you're pretty much stuck with the prime minister. You're stuck with the deputy. You're stuck most of the time. You're stuck with the government that you voted for.
Let's get back to the phone lines real quick. Great points, MJ. Talking Heads.
Yeah, good afternoon, Naughty and MJ.
Hey,
what's
good
up,
afternoon, 52.
Yeah, happy anniversary. But
Thank you very
the thing
much.
is, I know you all. I like how to me you all are celebrities. So Dwight and after my new word for the day, celebritarianism, right?
Oh, no, that's a good word, man.
Yeah, but that was me who introduced it. But I got a joke. I'm so upset about this incest and child molestation and sexual abuses, whatever, right? And so to invade a female's privacy is like so barbaric until it creates an anger. You see, an anger turns to danger. And so even if it was in a manger, I want to get you, because I have two sons. I tell them I have to send you a picture of them so you could see what 52 is all about, right? But what stood out for me, you remember when they killed the lady, the pretty young lady, to Ross Corner, right? You remember that, MJ?
Yeah,
the something lady, man. The guy breaking the place and killing the lady, and then also...
I remember that.
Yeah, and so what also stood out for me, because this lady was actually an aunt of a close friend of mine, the lady in Highbury Park who was raped some years ago in Highbury Park. She lived by herself. And so I had actually went to the case with him sometimes, and I sat. And so, this guy actually said that he was watching her. He said this. And so, me and the guy, one of our nephews, he told me that the guy that just came out of jail is spending 20 years for the same crime, but he came out and did the same thing. But he know the lady was vulnerable. I don't know, she lives by herself in Highbury. One of her other nephews living there, but he moved out. So that's kind of scary for you, that given the fact that he lives in close proximity, and he said he was watching her. So that's kind of scary. So, to say you're going to protect these people is very frightening. I would really like to hear from Cleaver Duncombe as it relates to child protection. It's been on this for a long time. But this is one of the reasons now, me personally, right? You listening? Me. I'm reluctant to send my children anywhere to learn how to swim or any of these summer programs. I don't mind doing it, but I have to go and see who these people are I'm sending them to. I really have to. And so a lot of effeminate people are in these programs, man. Why can't I speak the truth on the airwaves? Give thanks.
Good stuff.
I think that persons that would prey on children are, they're in a class and category of their own. And then to see signs of potential predation and say we can't do anything, that's not acceptable.
All right. Well, it looks like we got to get to the break, MJ. 4:57 p.m. is the time. We're going to get to the break. All right. Right after the break, we'll get into the news. Right after the news, we'll be into the 5 o'clock hour. MJ and I'll get to your text. Our callers, you can either hang tight or hit us back right after the news. And, of course, we'll go over a little bit, but we will talk sports in the 5 o'clock as well, so keep it right where you got it. The Wednesday, June 24th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this. Happy anniversary, MJ. I love you.
Take me with my flaws, girl, cause I'm not perfect. Take me with my scars, girl, as you make teardrops that cannot be replaced. Know that for your love, I cry. Know that for your love, I'll die. So I'll make the sacrifice for me and you. I'll pull you through any weather, like birds of a feather. Fly together. We fly. You know we fly together. So take me with my flaws, girl. I'm not perfect. Take me with my scars, girl. Scars. Take me with my flaws, girl. I'm not perfect. Take me with my scars. Girl, we've been through world. They put us through world. No longer them can rock my.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Masters, bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in Nassau Guardian 022361.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
KFC has a bold new flavor you'll love. Introducing the all-new barbecue Rap Star. We're talking a juicy chicken breast filet, fried to golden crisp perfection, covered in sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, topped with cheese, then wrapped in a delicious toasted tortilla with flavor in every bite. Go spicy or keep it original. Either way, it's a star for a reason. The new barbecue Rap Star is the star of the menu at KFC Nassau. Get yours today at any KFC Nassau location.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ is brought to you by Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Burger King, John's Department Store, KFC, Muffler World, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
One man to every inch of your skin like porcelain. One pair of candy lips and your bubble. And if you want love, we'll make it. Swim in a deep sea of blankets. Take all your big plans. Something about the way the hair falls in your face. I love the shape you take when crawling towards the pillowcase. You tell me where to go, and though I might leave to find it, I'll never let your hand hit the bed without my hand behind it. You want love, we'll make it. Swim in a deep sea of blankets. Take all your big plans and break them. This is bound to be. Your body's a wonderland.
You've got it locked and loaded to the Wednesday, June 24th edition of Talking Heads. Naughty and MJ and your company right up until 6 p.m. Anniversary, MJ. And I got to deal with this text already.
Happy anniversary to you, too.
Thank you, mi amor. But I looking at this text, Naughty, what you know about John Mayer? I'm a boy, if you should do it, or home gal, if you's a gal. You know, what I know about John Mayer? Or John Mayer, as some people would say. But that is me and MJ's original tune right there, the original cut. That's like awesome. And there are others that have come into play over the years as well, too. But that right there is the original joint. Texter, let me just show you what I know about John Mayer. He did a remix on The Man Show on Comedy Central.
Not Chocolate Rain.
And you remember that one? Mr. Producer, pull that remix up, man.
Do not pull, no, don't pull that.
Chocolate Dookie.
Mr. Producer, get past that one.
Hey, find out for me, Mr. Producer. Like, that's your anniversary present to me, okay?
No, but you. One thing I will say is they don't make music these days like they used to, you know. I was just talking about this with someone the other day. Like, every now and again you get a good artist or a great song, but music back in the day was so much better. And I hate that I just said that because that's what like old people say, you know, like, oh, back in my day, the music was so great. But honestly,
But you know, what kills me is freaking these youngsters come to me and talk about samples. Oh, this, and they talking about, oh, that's original. No. I was like, this is the third generation of this song, bro. What are you talking about?
third iteration, sometimes fourth or fifth.
Yeah, what are you on about? That hook they took from this song, that piece they took from this song, what are you on about? There's nothing new in today's music. I mean, dudes used to go in, I mean, you lucky I didn't break out one of your favorite bands today, and I still might before I get out, just to try to show people what music is, Mint Condition. I mean, you remember Mint Condition, 9, 10-piece band, you know what I mean? And they used to play music.
Yeah, that was, it was different back in the day. Actual instruments, and I'm not knocking it. I love a lot of the new stuff as well, but I'll be real. About a couple of years ago, maybe a decade or so, was much better music wise.
Yeah, big time. Big, right. But like I said, we got some more music coming up before we get out of here for you. I'm gonna jump to the text lines real quick because we got a ton of text to deal with. Good day, Naughty and MJ. The minimum wage going up is the issue. Once that go up, everything in the country goes up because what happens is that the employers have to make that money back up, so they pass it on to us, the consumers. And the little we could have once did with our salaries, no more. And the wages increase we get do less than what we could have done or had to spend more to get a fraction of what we once could afford. The government needs to find a balance as well as relax some of our taxes and deal with price gouging, rental, and grocery stores. That's becoming a big cry, you know, like the cost of living in this country, taxation and all of that.
And see, the thing about it is, so the government has a projected surplus around 223 million or so. Okay, fine, right? We would love to see that if it's a real surplus, which we can argue about that, right? But then you look at something like this road, all these fees around road traffic that they intend to introduce very quickly. They've been projecting for years now that they're going to pull in around 60 million or so from these particular licensing fees. I think they're projected in maybe about 50 million next year. But if you're already projecting a surplus of 223 million, absolutely you can allow Bahamians to feel some sort of reprieve around registering and licensing vehicles. The fact that they've even gone so far as to say whether you use your vehicle or not, you know, you're going to have to pay if you allow it to expire. You're going to have to pay not only that fee that was owed at the point where it expired, but the same amount again, which is basically double taxation. It is absolutely ludicrous. And the $10 or $15 million that this exercise will bring them this year when things are very rough for Bahamians, and we're still struggling not only with the cost of living, but with electricity that's both unreliable and now not affordable. And on top of that, you know, Bahamians are dealing with prices at the gas pump that are just astronomical. I saw something where the person had gas prices out of Abaco, $8 a gallon. Like, are you kidding me? Are we being serious and for real? And the government, even though they don't control the price of fuel, absolutely can do things to bring that price down, even if it's for a particular window. We see that temperatures are cooling in the Middle East in terms of the wet prices to come back down to more reasonable levels. And even though it won't happen immediately because we're still dealing with the built-in effect of having purchased the fuel at a higher price point for a couple of months until things stabilize, you don't think the government could cut back on some of the taxes they get from the sale of gasoline in order that Bahamians can, you know, find themselves in a better position financially, with gas being much more affordable than $7 a gallon, $8 a gallon? They absolutely can do that, but they have chosen a different path. I keep saying, if you look at the budget and, you know, not just listen to the rhetoric and listen to the pretty speeches, but if you look at the budget, really study that budget. That is not a budget that says we're going to have an explosion in opportunity. We're going to have an explosion of riches for the country. That's a budget that says that we think we could do a better job collecting more taxes from the Bahamian people, and that is exactly what we're going to do.
Wow. And the more you look at it, the more the tax man cometh.
Yeah. And everybody knows that you have to pay taxes, right? We do want decent roads. We do want functioning hospital. We do want our children educated, at the best levels that we can afford as a country. Those are all
You also
important
want to see
things
where our money's going, too.
that need to be funded, right? Yeah. So Bahamians generally do not have a problem seeing or feeling where our tax dollars are going. And then you tell us you want more out of us and you start nickel and diming us and you start pulling from every pocket you can, even while we struggle, even while you continue to increase government spending, even while you continue to be non-transparent. You don't answer questions. You don't show us everything that we need to see on the procurement that happens with government that actually can tell us, are you spending our money wisely or are you squandering resources? And let's be real, there's been a lot of squandering of resources in these last few years. But no Freedom of Information Act for you guys, but more money into the government. I mean, we can't keep going down this road.
The more
and
things
expect
change, the more they
to
stay
feel
the same.
better. Yeah.
We got Pearly zoomed in. I just got the feeling in the force that I feel the ripple, the Jedi force that Pearly has zoomed in.
Hey, Pearly.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, the first thing I want to say is happy 24th anniversary to
Thank you,
to
Pearly.
my favorite power couple. Very proud of you. You're an example to many young people, and especially Naughty. He doesn't stop talking about his wife, endlessly all the time. Annoys him sometimes, but a lot. But on a serious note, congratulations, you have 24 more wonderful years.
Thank you, Pearly. Did you hear him try to sneak into this life and the next, even though the Bible said, till death do us part?
Yeah, I hear him. I say, boy, you're good. I like it. And I
a
admire
fresh
it.
contract after that.
He's really quiet. Wow.
Hey, you have your moment, Pearly. I appreciate all the sentiments. I really do.
But it's good. It's good. Good stuff, guys. Wonderful. So it's quite interesting. That was a very interesting analysis, I would say, that you have of the budget. And I think Rick Fox said it in the Senate yesterday. It doesn't say how the budget is going to improve the lives of Bahamians. And then, every time you look at some new taxes, and it takes me back to when, at one point, former Prime Minister Ingham said you got to cut the suit to fit the cloth.
Yeah. Yeah, we need some suit cutting going on because it's a lot.
There's some cutting and less suits.
And I understand the elections are over and the PLP won, yes, and they have an overwhelming majority of the seats. But when you do a proper analysis of the elections, is the message that's being sent there, and that means you got to do better. You got to do better to win the confidence back. I don't see it. The $200,000 in vouchers bought in Abaco. It's my good friend. I don't like the explanation. It's not a good explanation. And then the minister saying the F&M is spoiling the reputation of the Bahamas by talking about what went down on election day. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, that was an odd thing. That was an odd thing for him to say.
We need to stop taking Bahamian people for count, but Bahamian peoples need to stop acting like they count and act like they don't care about things and start caring more about things.
No, I agree.
You're making your money now and you're partying and you're good. Oh, okay.
No, I agree. I think we do need to be more vocal and more outspoken and demand more transparency from this government, because this is the first thing that we're like right out the gate. License and registration fees go up. You paying for it whether you ride that car on these breakdown roads or not. But that's not going to be the full extent of it. We're going to see more of these taxes that I call like kind of nickel and diamond Bahamians. You have $50 extra here, $100 extra there. If you look at the budget, they're very ambitious, but they're ambitious. Their ambition is not based on any amounts of like huge new business or business opportunities necessarily for the country, but more on the fact that they intend to be the world's best tax collectors this term. And Bahamians need to prepare themselves for that.
We got a ton of text, and a lot of these are, varying topics. So I want y'all to buckle up and listen out. Chime in whenever you want. Let's get this caller out of the way, and then we'll get to these texts. Talking Heads.
Oh, yeah, I'm Zay Pearly.
Hey.
Hey,
Pearly,
good afternoon.
I with you. My I is on vacation. I just come back and I saw the other day. And my mom tell me, say, stop running all on the radio talking about stuff, because the PLP to get you. You understand what I said? My family historically is PLP. We got people in my family who's vote, who could be the leader of the thing and all of that. You understand what I said? And I was quite shocked that she actually tell me that, because I know lotion on that. You understand what I said? I talk what I need to talk and say what I need to say. And for her to tell me that, it's really ironic that this party today, they try to silence people. You understand? People who with them or people who against them. And the rhetoric, what they running on with, I ain't with that. You understand? And it's really sad that it's my mommy, bro. You understand what I said? It's my mom.
Yeah. Wow.
You understand what I said? She telling me that, bro. You understand what I said? And that hurt me, bro. You understand? Because she know what time it is in that party. They trying to silence people. They really trying to silence people and not their mind is. And I really hurt by that, because we all Bahamians in this country. You understand?
I have a right to your opinion.
Say if you're doing wrong. You understand? You won't got to silence me for saying my point of view, how I feel about what you dealing with. And this party today, this ain't the party of old. Because my granddaddy them, my papa them, all of them, make this party theirs today. And this far and beyond what the party was back in the day. This ain't helping no Bahamians. They selfish people. Selfish people in this party today. You understand? And that's all I want to say.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
Good points as always.
I also think that there's a disconnect there. I think our caller or texter mentioned it earlier. You're talking about these new fees, which I consider exorbitant, these new taxes that you're putting on the backs of the people. And then you're talking about, they're starting July 1st. Like, really? Really? Just out the gate, straight away, raise it up, and don't give people any time to at least even prepare their household budgets to absorb all of these new fees that you're putting on the backs of Bahamians. I think
they call that faster than minutes call a lockdown. Dear God.
Yeah, that race is fast. And I heard the sir try to, talk about, you're paying the $35 not for the certificate, but for the person to inspect. Road traffic doesn't operate at a loss, okay? And you do have employees that are paid for with these very same taxes. The explanation was not only just a very weak explanation, but he should just come out and say it. We intend to tax you guys more, and we've started, and this is one of the ways that we've started. There's more to come.
Good afternoon, Naughty MJ and Purdy. What we need is someone to lead a protest downtown until all these issues are remediated or remedied. We need someone.
Everybody keeps saying we need someone, but when you call the protest, them same ones who saying we need don't show up.
That's our problem.
Political opportunists trying to
y'all need
hijack
to go
it.
do this. Y'all need to go do that. What you mean, y'all? We need to. And if we need to, everybody need to come up. But no, only y'all, and then the next thing, they only had 100 people. Why do you think they only had 100 people?
Because you didn't show up.
Because the ones who shouting you should do it, don't do it.
I got an interesting one for you all here. Good afternoon, Naughty MJ and Purdy. I wanted your opinion on this Fort Charlotte initiative by the MP of having a grocery market for Fort Charlotte residents offering groceries at a discount. I personally think this bastardizes the system. And no, I'm not a jealous person. No, I'm not an FNM either. But the precedence of the fact that the government should make groceries accessible for all can be discussed. There is also many other questions with this initiative. What is your piece of it? I didn't get all the information text out. So I don't want to comment on full, and I can address it tomorrow or Friday when I'm on. But I do feel that if you're in a capacity to get discount groceries for your constituents, then all Bahamians should be able to find that vehicle to get discount groceries.
Well, here's the thing.
But hold on. Let's hold on a minute.
He may be personally subsidizing this, and it's
Now,
just for Fort Charlotte. Now, let's be real. We all live in Fort Charlotte, right?
1 second, person has a true Bahamian, Rob one. Let me just say, y'all stop crying. Go tell your MP, be like my MP. Because if I get a discount food, I get it.
No, but hold on now. We missing a fundamental.
Go, Pearly, go.
A fundamental. I don't know the right word to use. All right. He's having a food market at the headquarters. It's at cost, no markup.
Okay.
All right. So let's just say everybody in Fort Charlotte decides to go there to shop.
Right.
What happens to Bain Food Store What happens to Major's Food Store? What happens to all these little convenience stores in the area that they're trying to make a living to pay for their family? Now all of a sudden nobody going to them. They just go into the Fort Charlotte market. And so all of them get put out of business. You can't tell them drop their price because they get light bill. They have to have overhead. They get light bill. They got staff to pay. They got to buy the inventory. They got to maintain the places. I mean, what happens to them?
And let's just start from a place of realism, right? Because there is no such thing as a market where prices are substantially lower. That's limited to Fort Charlotte residents. Because everybody knows somebody who could say, okay, well, you go do my shopping there for me for this. So it'll never just be limited.
So
to
that's
Fort
that's even a broader effect you're bringing up now. I was just looking at their Fort Charlotte, the business houses in Fort Charlotte.
Correct. And I hear you. I hear you at that. I do hear you at that, Pearlie. But yeah, it's not going to be limited to Fort Charlotte. And the bigger question is, what does the government think about that idea to have one of the, not even just an MP, a minister now saying that they're going to do a food mart that's exclusive to the residents where, as you said, they will be competing with legitimate businesses in the Fort Charlotte constituency. I mean, this is a very interesting prospect. I haven't heard a lot on it, but I would love to see more on it. But like you said, we can already see some of the knock-on effects. Mind you, competition is good, right? Competition does bring prices down, but when you say at cost and it's substantially lower, that kind of mimics some things we've seen in other countries where it starts off that way, you eliminate the competition, and then you have a monopoly, and suddenly, okay, that person, now I have, all of these customers and the prices are no longer at cost. So there's a lot happening there, and I am definitely going to look at that a bit closer.
I saw the flyer. I just can't find it.
If you get it, Pearlie, send it to me.
The flyer was going around, and I got to look for it because it gave the dates, it said the time, and it said at market at cost, no markups. So that means if they're buying it from the wholesalers at $5, they're selling at $5. They're not making a profit on it. They're not making any markup on it, which is not fair to the small businesses that are struggling in Fort Charlotte. That's not fair.
Yeah, I mean,
them. It's not like you're coming with cheaper prices. If you say I'm coming at $1 cheaper or 10 cents or 50 cents cheaper per product or whatever the product is, you're coming at the cost. You're coming at the same price those stores buy it at from the wholesalers.
Send me the flyer when you find it, Pearlie. I want to see. It's just a one-off thing. It's just something that is supposed to be sustainable.
It was the dates were given. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I want to see it so I could get a really good idea before I comment further on it. I could see the pros and the cons of it, So I want to look at it a bit closer.
Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
MJ Pearlie, I had to call back. I have a question for you guys. Are we really a part of the UK Westminster system? They're on day 6 or 7 prime minister right now. A lot of cabinet ministers have been forced to resign. You understand what I'm saying? But in our country, it's the status quo. Corruption is the key in our country. You understand what I'm saying? People don't get fired. People don't lose their jobs. Nothing happens to the prime minister. Nothing happens to nobody who interpret our money and misuse our money in regards to anything what happens in the Bahamas. So how could we be a part of the Westminster system? You understand? In the UK, they fire people. Prime ministers get fired. Prime ministers get changed. Cabinet ministers get changed. What happened in the Bahamas? We always talk about the Westminster system. This ain't the Westminster system. This is the Bahamas system of corruption. You understand? That's all I want to say.
All right, Crawler, good stuff again. I mean, you're driving that point home today for sure. All right, let's get back to the phone line.
And I have the flyer. Our talking heads out there are really fast. Thank you, guys.
And I got that video from Grand Bahama with the road being paved, too.
So I'm looking at the flyer right now. I'm looking right now.
Thank you to the text who sent that in, too, with the video from Grand Bahama in that private subdivision. I will definitely check that out after the show and do my due diligence as well, MJ. Let's get back to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Naughty and MJ and Pearlie. Happy anniversary. I think I
Thank
heard
you.
MJ saying she got the flyer because I was just about to
Thank
call.
you. I
and read
just
the
received
flyer.
it. I'm looking at it right now. Thank you.
Okay.
But I mean, I wish the caller would have told us what her take was on it.
Yeah, caller. I didn't mean for you
Call
to
us
hang
back.
up. Call us right back, please, caller. I want to hear what your thoughts are on it.
All right, let me get to a couple more texts. Happy anniversary to you guys. Here's my take. What will parents do differently to protect their children if they had the info that they don't now? Dr. Patterson was only saying the info should be shared responsibly. There was a
Yeah.
case where a child abduction was reported and the neighbors formed a mob and went to an offender's house with household tools. The man had to run for his life and was then taken into police custody for his safety. Well, don't molest
No, we
people.
get
Don't have to
both
worry
sides.
about
I
vigilantism.
remember that. I remember that.
Don't vigilantism, but
I remember that.
The problem,
Naughty
I
and
think, is no. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm waiting for you guys.
No, I was saying, but that is the problem that we're seeing is the state itself isn't given the correct response, right? And that's where you will have people more inclined to practice vigilantism. You know, if you have a situation that's being reported out now where you're going to the police, you're saying this is showing predatory behavior. This person has been convicted and spent time already for this type of behavior. I have a vulnerable youngster and I don't feel safe. And then they're kind of, I don't want to say like hand waving you off, but basically telling you there's not much they can do until XYZ. In other places, there is a lot that can be done. Certain persons that fall into certain categories of this type of behavior that are considered high risk absolutely get increased monitoring by the state. Where's that part of it? You know?
Naughty MJ and Pearly, I'm not sorry for these people who elected all 33 of these PLP government. Now complain and pick peace out of you know what. They say is progress. Take that, idiots. It's true that the bathrooms, even in the U.S. departures areas, need fixing. The locks on too many doors are broken, and the grout lines on the floor are filthy. Miss Walking needs to walk the floor and check the stores because we are not getting value for our money. I suppose you could say if he hadn't done what he did, the mob wouldn't have been after him. Don't let your child out of your sight. Train them on good touch and bad touch. Don't go with strangers. Don't accept money or candy from strangers. Don't dress children like adults. Don't train children to act like adults. I think that's a better approach. Good afternoon, Naughty MJ and Pearly. Minimum wage going up is the issue. Okay. Happy anniversary. I read that one already. Happy anniversary to the very comedic Naughty and the very amazing and dynamic MJ. I pray that God grants you many, many more years together. Thank you so much. Naughty,
Thank you,
I told X, Y, and Z confidential informant to send you the video. Yes, I got the video. I appreciate it. And I see the road in Hudson Estate and Freeport being paid. I called BPL regarding my light being off for long periods during the night. They say something is being repaired. If you ask the estimated time the lights will be back on, they don't know. We have to sit in the dark and in the heat while Joe Beth talking fool about growing pains. It only appears that the lights only goes off in Pinewood Gardens. We need some help. The last one Rupert Roberts left us with was that the Davis and Halkitis administration ill thought out VAT policy would result in an increase of $1 million to his business with an associated increase on the cost of food. We have not seen that increase yet, and everybody have to eat. The plumber, the contractor, the tow truck man, the hairdresser. So what will they do? Increase prices too? Could Davis and Halkitis please pay attention? I miss Mr. Roberts already. MJ, update, gas $9 in Andros.
What? Oh, my heart,
in
my
Andros.
heart. My heart breaks for you, Andres. $9 a gallon.
My God.
Somebody else told me 10, but wow, okay.
That's terrible. And there are absolutely things that the government can do to, help this. It's particularly if it's going to be exactly. And if you could, put a window on it, give it time for these to down to normal, which they appear to be moving in that direction now. There's a lot the government could do. But they're talking about, when I heard Ms. Halkitis talk about it, they're going to look to see what they would look to see. This war started in March, okay? This war started in March, I think maybe even the end of February. There's been more than enough time for you to figure out what relief you can offer Bahamians, but that's not the direction you're moving in. Instead, you're worried you could get an extra $50 out of us for licensing vehicles, even vehicles we may not ride on these roads. That's what you've been focused on, how you could get more money out of Bahamian people as opposed to how you can bring us relief.
The last, oh wow, okay, here's an, oh wow, interesting. Naughty and MJ and Pearly, the last thing we need is for Sabas to own another pillar in the country. This is classic anti-competitive behavior. One man owns everything, question mark, question mark, question mark. Happy anniversary, Naughty and MJ from a big Bahamian conch. I hope for Charlotte MP subsidizing these groceries. Tell me the customs duty has been paid and Sabas have grocery store licensing. Because she can't be selling groceries without a license.
This is the thing, right? So this is because I saw the
I
flyer.
didn't even get to those kind of questions yet.
It's going to happen at the technology center, right? And so that does raise a question: is this does he have a legitimate business license to act as a grocer, particular location? Like, what exactly is going on there? And I'm all for great ideas, ways for people to save, but you can't just say you're going to take your money and put it to any use that comes to your mind, because you do have to consider things Pearly mentioned, which is that competition and the other vendors in the area and what you end up doing to them and their businesses. I mean, we all want to save, but do we want a day of saving on groceries to resort in 10, 20, 30 people losing their jobs? Come on. We got to think about these things long term.
Happy anniversary, Naughty and MJ. What could we do other than talk on these shows? Question mark. Just take it. Don't we have any recourse? Question mark, question mark. So let me get this straight. A minister is trying to actually help the people in his area and the people he represents. And now people are criticizing and worrying about the 5 stores, which 3 of those store owners are not Bahamian. This has to be a joke. Thousands will benefit if people feel the pain.
All right.
I see that person don't live in the area. Foreigners own those stores. These Bahamians.
Not the one in the area.
All right.
No.
Mr. Bean been there from I was a kid. Big Ten been there forever. They all Bahamians. Major, they Bahamians. They 3 and 4 generations Bahamians.
And don't let Haji's fool you. That's France.
Haji's is Bahamian.
100% Bahamian.
Yeah.
Don't tell it. Don't say me say bad words. Start talking foolishness.
You got to look at the knock-on effect.
And they also servicing Bahamians in the area who some can't go to Super Value on Nassau Street. As a matter of fact, that would affect Super Value on Nassau Street as well.
Yeah. There's some second-order effects that you have to look at. And if this intends to be a regular thing, or if the success of this determines if it's a regular thing, then we're going to have some real questions around, the anti-competition aspect of what Mr. Bastian intends to do. We do like groceries to be affordable for Bahamians. We do understand that competition helps to bring prices down, which is a good thing for Bahamians. But there have been some anti-competition acts perpetrated in other industries that we eventually get to see. What they do is they end up gutting the competition, killing the competition. And then once that's complete, you have a situation where their prices go up. So we got to look at it more than just the moment.
But you keep using this word competition. That is not competition. That is not another food store opening up. That is the member of parliament in his headquarters or technology institute, whatever you want to call it, is buying food and selling back to Bahamians at cost.
So
that's not competition. That's not a store.
I'm saying competition because at the moment that the person goes out on Saturday or whenever this is, and they determine where they're going to spend their money for groceries, he's going to be competing with, like you say, the small vendors in the area as well as the big food stores. So he will represent competition in that moment when the consumer makes a choice. But you're absolutely right. We're not aware of this business even being licensed to do what it is he's proposing. He didn't say, which I would love, I'm giving away $1 million in groceries absolutely free. And we'd be having a different conversation, right? But you're still acting as someone who would have a business license is acting. You're selling. Even if you say I'm selling at a loss, you're still selling. So
you selling no loss.
You have to look at it. Go ahead, Pearly. Sorry.
Yeah, I understand. I agree. I'm hearing your point, and I just, if you said every Friday you could get a grocery bag, okay, great. That's wonderful. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that I think we'd look at it different.
You come in here and you could buy groceries. You don't have to go to Major. You don't have to go to Bain. You don't have to go to Big Ten. You don't have to go to any of the other convenience stores. In Fort Charlotte, come here and buy your groceries. So what happens to the people? What happens to the people that they employ? And you talking about that just to help the people for something more. And guess what? The people they employ live in Fort Charlotte. So what you should do is come here and you lose your job. you can't even support the no profit.
Why don't
store
set up a
because you have no
farmer's
job.
market growing produce and let everybody sell the produce and, let the community
And can we
benefit?
talk about the obvious too? We didn't put you in government to be in competition with businesses. We put you in government to help to lay the groundwork for businesses that are already contributing to be
To help
able
grow the economy.
to help grow the economy. So what we're looking at is something very different. If this is the model in his mind, which is that any area that needs improvement, me personally, I'm going to go in direct competition with these businesses. No, thank you. Great idea in terms of, wanting groceries to be more affordable. But we put you in government so that every grocery store on this island, every grocery store in this country can offer more competitive prices.
Right, so go beat up your gum in the house, then you make your presentation and say,
Not just so that you can do it out of your technology center and get accolades because you've done it. Not for you to score political brownie points, but for the whole country to be able to offer prices that are affordable for Bahamians.
let's go back to the phone lines. Talking heads. Talking heads. All right, call us back, caller. Let me get these texts in. Good afternoon, Naughty MJ and Pearly. There are concerns about the accreditation process, particularly regarding qualifications that may not be recognized by the government. If individuals possess degrees that have not been accredited by the NAECOB or the relevant authorities, they should not be employed in positions requiring approved qualifications. I hope that none of the teachers currently being considered fall into this category. Hi, Naughty and MJ. Did you guys ever find out who authorized the customs officer to be burned down 17 years ago? Boy, I've heard multiple.
I want to go back to who's the NO.
I got to get to the bottom of that. That's a true story.
Yeah, before we get to that, who's the NOECB?
I think it's for NACOB. It's for NACOB.
Okay.
Hey, Naughty and MJ and Pearly, did you know Pike pulled out? Question mark. A lot of their equipment is being shipped out. If you pass the Stockton's practice site, you would see the equipment there. Hey, Naughty MJ and Pearly, Sabas is working on the leadership of the PLP. That's why Brave put Chester in education for Belinda, and Union Leader could drag him all over the coast while Sabas has a free pass.
What? You think so, Dexter?
Very interesting. Got to keep an eye on it. And listen, I'm not condemning the discount for folks, but you can't do it for one constituency and not for the rest.
And I think we're seeing something else, We're seeing Mr. Bastian come up against the slow bureaucracy that is. And he's not, fixing it from the inside, as you will, but saying, well, I'll just use my money and do this thing on the outside. But we actually put you there. The Bahamian people put you there in order to affect changes that are going to make the whole system better. Yes, we know you could subsidize groceries. Yes, we know you could subsidize many, many other things. But your job now, your role now, is to make it better for all of us, not just the constituents of Fort Charlotte.
And you keep saying lower prices. No, he's setting this at cost. So if he buys it for Delbinus or Asa Pritchett or BSF or whatever one of those companies are for $5, he's selling it for $5. Unlike what these other stores could buy it for $5 and have to sell it for $5.50. If he was coming back and saying he's coming, no, but he's selling it. I said I'm selling it instead of the $5.50, get it $5.40. All right, let's be of a different conversation as well. But there's no competition if you're selling it at the same price you're buying it for. That's not competition. That's not coming at a discounted price. You're buying it at this one price and selling it for the same price. That's unfair to these stores who cannot do that. Because they have light bill and they have staff and they have everything. They cannot do that.
And it does invite some scrutiny, right? Like a move like this invites some scrutiny from the government. But will we see that?
No.
And I think that might even be a bigger issue that we have to contend with.
Oh, the biggest issue is people in Port Charlotte. Some people are benefiting and a lot are going to be hurt.
And it makes you look more interestingly at the PLP as a party with all the rumblings that I've been hearing and that are out there as well, too. Lines are being drawn, and there's like an express lane toward, future leadership being lined up for some, and others are going to be faded to the outside.
Yeah, I don't want to see. I mean, I get the thought, and I get what he's trying to do in terms of giving making groceries affordable. But I don't want to see my MP get in the grocery business, right? I don't want to see that. I want to see him set the conditions that makes it possible for more Bahamians to get in the grocery.
Let's get to the phone lines. Talking heads. Talking heads. Hello? Turn your radio down, caller. Talking heads.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, turn your radio down. We can hear you, caller. What you got for us?
Listen to your phone. Don't listen to your radio.
Congratulations, Naughty and MJ.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
On your anniversary, man. I hope you all live to see another 24, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Remarkable. Oh, man, that's excellent. All right, I hope you all enjoy the rest of the evening and just do what you got to do, Naughty.
Yes, sir. It's the 24th. I'm going to rise to the occasion with Mamba mentality. One time for Kobe.
You talk some sports on Friday. All right.
Thank you.
Man. Enjoy.
All right. I want to talk about them dead. I want to talk about them Yankees.
Oh, don't do it. Okay, don't do it.
The dead Yankees, who Jazz had that home run last night.
Did you miss?
I'm happy for my. I'm happy for my Bahamian brother. I'm very happy for my Bahamian brother. In the same tone, the Dodgers is the first team to 50 wins. Okay, all right.
All they got to
With
one
all
up
those
with those
injuries,
Dodgers.
with all those injuries, still playing best baseball.
Boy, Purdy, it's coming, It's coming.
It's
coming. It's coming. It's starting to creep out. I had to push it back in. It's starting to creep out a little bit.
Yeah, you need to calm yourself down.
Especially how I get to call my Minnesota friends and tease them. Lord, I loved it.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
But let me wrap up these couple of texts, man, and then we can pivot to sports. It's disgraceful for a member of parliament to go into business selling food in direct competition to legitimate businesses, especially the mom and pops.
I mean, that's legitimate. Because with his resources, I mean, he can start doing that with everybody. But is that what we want to see from a member of parliament? Is that what we want to see from a minister? Yeah.
But it would have been cool if he wanted to start a 4-child cooperative. And there a number of 4-child people are part owners of it. And they work it and then then maybe they could come in and sell it at what they call a discount. Call it a discount mart where you come a little cheaper, and it's helping everybody that way. People still can shop. People still they're spending money.
You're right, and I think that's a great idea, Pearlie. And maybe that's what has to happen. Like Mr. Bastian has to hear more of these ideas, because I think I get the spirit of what he's trying to do. But he really must not only consider all of the market conditions, but he must consider his own position. You're part of the government now. You don't need to go in competition with your constituents. You need to look at find ways to make it better for all of us. So I'm not going to beat him up. I think I get the gist of what he's trying to do, but maybe when you have this go it alone mentality, you think that it's faster, it's easier, you don't have to deal with the bureaucracy, it'll get some relief to your constituents fast. But sometimes the fastest way isn't always the best way to go about doing things.
Yes, indeed. Exactly. I mean, sometimes you gotta take a step back. I know you're motivated and you're inspired, but sometimes take a step back and look how it would be done with a little cooler heads prevailing.
Yeah, I like that idea of a cooperative and bringing the vendors from the area in on it. That would have been an excellent way to go about doing what he's trying to do. I think that's a great idea.
Or offer discounts or special discounts week by week at all those mom and pops, so everybody goes to one every week.
Listen to that. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Got Majors the first week of the month, Hodges the second week of the month, Big Ten the third week of the month, Bean the fourth week of the month, and then it repeats.
Absolutely. Another excellent idea.
Our mom and pop businesses, who, what, when, why, and where they are, and when they got their paperwork to open up these businesses. You could go from there.
See, plenty people that think us, they see Chinese and thinking they foreign nationals. A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Born right here.
Yep. Born and
right
raised.
here.
Well, do a little due diligence, and you'll come to find out that that's what the case is.
What it is.
Okay. Fort Charlotte placed him there to fix Fort Charlotte. I'm sure the people in Fort Charlotte are all for it.
Well, yeah, I live in Fort Charlotte, so they're not all for it. We all live in Fort Charlotte.
There you go. There you go. We're all constituents of Mr. Bastian. We are.
Listen, the idea has potential. It could be revisited, but at the same time, you got to look at it for what it is right now. In public perception, some people aren't taking to it. They don't like it. It's rubbing them the wrong way. Let's get back to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Yeah, what's going on, Burley? But Naughty, you don't think, you know, we like do everything we see on TV. The children in Fox in here open up the hydrant because it's too hot to make it rain. Like I put it in used to do it. He go to his cousins in New York. I put it in open up the fire hydrant.
They stop them from doing that in New York. Now they don't let them do that like that no more.
Oh, well, I hope them children in Fox in here do it. But I think you need a special tool to open up them. Only the fire hydrant. You know, still sit around. Still sit around. Yeah, well, that might happen. It's so hot today. That's what might happen.
We need more fountains. Yeah.
Yeah. But Burley, we got Brazil and Scotland and Miami tonight in our stadium.
Yeah, our stadium. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a big game. Yeah, that could be a big game.
That could be a good. I know. I suspect Brazil to beat them by 3 goals or more.
I was gonna say Brazil 2-0.
I'm saying 3 or 4-0.
Wow.
I'm still spoiled after that brilliant performance by Spain over the weekend. 4-0.
Oh gosh.
And just like that, the rumors of Spain's demise are greatly exaggerated.
I love it. That kid is
who did Spain beat over the weekend?
Oratabo too. They beat Saudi Arabia.
Okay, that was a brilliant performance over Saudi Arabia.
Cape Verde drew with Uruguay 2-2. So Cape Verde is actually real. Cape Verde isn't fake.
Right. So that,
Cape Verde, nah, they do don't. I don't want to say donkey team because anything would make the finals is a good team. They're 2 of the lower echelon of the finals teams playing each other.
Agreed.
Yeah. But the shocking thing that was very shocking was the England and Ghana draw yesterday.
Okay, then. Okay.
But that was shocking.
Just like Spain and Verdi. So I don't know if the teams playing. I don't know if they playing down or not taking it as seriously. I don't know what to say, but yeah, that's quite shocking.
Spain didn't play anybody. They left Yamal and Iñaki Williams on the bench. Nico Williams on the bench.
Yamal is having a leg problem, so they were being cautious with him.
Well, he didn't have no leg problem in the first half, especially in the 10th minute. That leg was looking like it's waking to me.
Yeah, all right. Don't get too excited, though. Don't get too excited.
Little golden Buddha, say.
The most impressive thing. What Portugal did yesterday. What Portugal did yesterday was very impressive.
Agreed. And I'm so happy for Ronaldo. I think it's just him and Messi that are now in their 6th World Cup. That's an amazing feat.
But I think the most impressive thing is Messi this is his 6th. He's got 18 goals. Mbappe has been in 3 and got 16 goals.
You remember what he did to Messi last year? You remember that final? Yeah. The last time? I don't know if it's last year, maybe if it's that.
No, before last. Because that's when France won. Yeah.
Yeah, so I expect Mbappe to have many, many more.
He's young. He's only 27, so he's got at least 8. He got maybe 2 more World Cups. Yeah, at least. So it's impressive with France. That France looks very good. Argentina looks good. Yes, Spain looked good the other day, but Argentina and France both have looked good from the first boot. I was impressed with Portugal. Like I said, what Portugal did yesterday. Portugal has probably the best midfield in football. Now, if Cristiano could respond the way he responded yesterday, they're going to be tough to beat. England, I'm disappointed in England. I think that's not going to be them.
Okay. We'll talk more about it on Friday, Pearly, and on the press box on Sunday. But real quick, I do like Cameron Carr from Baylor. Good pickup there. 6'5", 7'2" wingspan. 2 guard. He could shoot from the outside. He could finish at the rim. He's got some Brandon Ingram to him. He's got some of my boy Stacey Augmon to him with the long wingspan. I think he's going to be a perfect plug and play for the Lakers if they keep him up. and they actually give him a burn, which he should because he's young, athletic, and plays defense, and he could shoot, and he's a good lob threat with Lucas. So I think that was a good pickup. I don't know what we do in the second round tonight. We don't have a pick. We might buy into the second round with some cash considerations, or we look to free agency. But we got to build out around what we have now. And with Austin Reeves re-signing to that 4-year max deal, I think LeBron's days in LA may be numbered.
I hope. Yeah, I hope. But I don't understand why would they flip it the Knicks to do what they did.
They didn't want something to do what the Cowboys did. They didn't want somebody to trade up for the pick.
No, but the Knicks were 24. They were 25. I don't understand why they flipped.
The Lakers didn't want somebody to call the Knicks who weren't taking this kid anyway, and make the pick for somebody else. They didn't want somebody to leapfrog them, so they went up and said, "Look here, so nobody could leapfrog us. Here, let's make the switch and pick this kid for us."
Yeah.
Hey,
I get that.
Josh system okay now, right?
Mine blow pop and hitting home runs. Josh is fine.
Well, I mean, he had a self-inflicted wound last night. The ball bounced off his leg and hit him.
Nah, he's all right. He's all right.
Baseball, man. He'll be all right.
Yeah. All right, that's good then. Well, I can leave with this question for you, Burley. Would you do for 1 year with the Dolphins? Like on?
Oh, later, that's a good question, Burley. What do you?
You know what? I don't have a problem with it because what Miami's trying to do.
Things wouldn't touch you, but he don't want to play for you. He want to play for a contender.
And that's fine. That's fine. But if for 1 year, that's the Dolphins only can give you 1 year because it isn't that he won't be in their future plans.
Right.
So it doesn't matter him coming there or not. I wouldn't.
All right. Well, Pearly, we got to get to the break. MJ, we got to get to the break. So, Pearly, I appreciate you chiming in, man. Good stuff as always. Everybody who called in, texted in, good stuff. MJ, happy anniversary. I love you. Infinity plus eternity plus forever.
And ditto.
happy anniversary, guys.
Thanks, Burley.
And to those fans of John Mayer, Mr. Producer, run it to the break, please. Y'all think John Mayer ain't got skills? He can't remix? Watch Chocolate Rain by John Mayer go into the break. That's coming. No. Appreciate you too, my brother.
From the sewer.
Okay, I can feel that.
To the plumbing.
Okay.
In a jar.
Ooh, chocolate rain.
You don't know this rain falling down on me.
Rain.
Smells a bit poopy poopy. You don't know this chocolate rain down on me.
Rain.
Rain, rain, rain.
Rain.
Say it loud.
Say it loud.
Kind of cocoa. Chocolate dookie. Chocolate rain.
Chocolate.
Coming down.
That's right.
KFC has a bold new flavor you'll love. Introducing the all-new barbecue Rap Star. We're talking a juicy chicken breast filet, fried to golden crisp perfection, covered in sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, topped with cheese, then wrapped in a delicious toasted tortilla with flavor in every bite. Go spicy or keep it original. Either way, it's a star for a reason. The new barbecue Rap Star is the star of the menu at KFC Nassau. Get yours today at any KFC Nassau location.
The world's fastest athletes are touching down in Barbados. The excitement of the Barbados Grand Prix returns, where elite athletes don't just compete for medals. It's most electrifying, one-of-a-kind track and field spectacle. Saturday, July 4th, the Usain Bolt Sports Complex. That's where you need to be. Gates open at 3:30 p.m. Tickets on sale now. Grab them via ticketlinks.com and at select outlets island-wide. Saturday, July 4th, the Barbados Grand Prix returns. Be there.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
The technicians at Muffler World on Mackey Street and Robinson Road can do a lot of things to make your car perform better. Like make sure the wheels are properly aligned, and that your brakes actually work, and that your car is using the correct oil and in fact has oil. Those same techs can replace your entire exhaust system. Check out Muffler World for the top of the line Walker muffler. Now if you want your ride to sound rude, Muffler World can help you there too with a system by Flowmaster. Muffler World, Mackey Street and Robinson Road. Mufflers and a whole lot more.
Turn a trip to Burger King Nassau into a galactic adventure with the Mondo and Grogu Whopper Combo, featuring special shake fries. Whether you're a bounty hunter in training or just here for your way, Burger King Nassau has everything Mandalorian and Grogu related you could want. Grab the toys, the mugs, the crowns, and your crew, and head on down to BK and celebrate the Mandalorian and Grogu adventure with Burger King Nassau. This is the way.